Good morning, yogis. I'm going to take you through a 10-minute morning yoga sequence that is really wonderful for your hips as well as your lower back. So this happens to be day 19 of the 30-day morning yoga challenge called the Morning Yoga Movement. If you are new to this challenge, it is not too late to join. You can just click the link down below in the description box, or you can also watch the day 0 video to get all of the information and inside scoop. If you've already been practicing with me in this challenge, day 19, no props are required. And focusing on hips and lower back, we're going to start in a pose called a turtle pose. So it's a variation on a butterfly fold. So forward folds and hip openers, those are the kinds of poses that we're going to be focusing quite a bit today, as well as some twists. Normally, butterfly, we have our heels pretty close in towards our lower back and inner groin. For turtle, I want you to bring your feet much further out. So the knees are bent at a little more than a 90-degree angle. This will make it easier and a little bit more nurturing for your low back. And once you have this, we're making this a passive fold as you tilt forward and release down. And if you're pretty close towards your legs here, one option that you can take is to thread your arms underneath you, palms facing up, and just relaxing down, letting gravity do the work. So first thing in the morning, it's totally normal to be stiff and tense. So if you can't fold very far, don't worry about it. Your body will naturally loosen up the longer we're in these poses and as we start to flow. And every day we work with a new affirmation. Our affirmation today is, I deserve to be loved and respected. I deserve to be loved and respected. So you might repeat this to yourself a few times throughout our practice, and hopefully also a few times throughout the rest of the day. And as you inhale, start to lift back up. Go really slow here. And just help your knees lift back up. And you can just kind of hold on to your feet or your ankles as you round and contract here. So just drop your chin towards your chest. And we're looking for a big stretch along the spine. Pull your belly in. And open up, expand through the heart. I'm taking a reclined pigeon pose so you can straighten your legs. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee and bring that left foot in. And your hands can just be there for a little bit of support. And you can just rock a little bit. So starting to open up through our right hip and right glutes. Also a wonderful pose for the low back. And one more inhale here. And slide that left leg straight, uncross, and we'll go to the other side. Left ankle over your right knee, bend into that knee and bring it in. And just sway a little. See if you can lift your chest up a little more. And slide that leg out, uncross, shake out the legs, and let's find our downward facing dog. So first downward dog, hands are shoulder width distance apart. Feet are about hip width distance apart or so as you lift the hips up and back. And go ahead and bend your right knee a lot. Keep your left leg straight and push into your left heel. So getting into the hamstrings and switch sides. Left knee bends, right leg is straight. Come back to a neutral downward facing dog. Right leg stretches up to the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip. And bring that right foot forward in between the hands to the top of the mat. Back knee comes down to the floor. Lift up into your low lunge. And we're going to integrate a twist here. So this low lunge is great for the hips, and for your low back, twists are really nurturing. So hands at the heart and then cross over. So you can bring your left elbow to the top of your knee, and you're trying to push the elbow into the thigh, bringing your hands together towards the front of your heart. Take one more big breath here. And looking down to the floor, bring fingertips to the mat. And now from here, you're going to need to bring your left knee behind your foot so you can sit your hips down. So right foot is crossing over the left thigh. Both sit bones are grounded, sitting up nice and tall. You can wrap your left arm around your right leg, bring the right fingertips back behind you, open into your twist. So really emphasize a lengthening here of your spine. No slouching, no rounding. And coming all the way back out in front of you. Bring both feet out, reach your arms out, and start to curl and round. Lower as slow as you possibly can, engaging your abdominals. We're gonna come all the way down to the floor. Bring your knees in towards your belly, give it a big squeeze, maybe rock a little bit side to side. Into your happy baby pose, catch a hold of the feet, stacking ankles over your knees. And again, you can rock a little bit here, massaging your low back. Let's release feet flat to the floor, knees stay bent. Start to push your feet into the mat, lift up into your bridge pose, lean onto your left leg and see if you can straighten your right leg, keeping your thighs parallel so they're in line. So that right leg is reaching in a diagonal. Bend that right knee, switch sides, lean to the right, straighten your left leg. Bend and release, let your hips come all the way down, and let's rock up and down the length of the spine, get some momentum, downward facing dog. And you might choose to hold your down dog, or you can add a little flow here, inhaling to plank pose, exhale to lower, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, we meet downward facing dog. And we'll repeat that sequence on the second side. Left leg stretches up to the sky, bend your left knee, open up your hip, and find your low lunge. Left foot forward, back knee down, push into the feet and lift up. Adding in a little prayer twist, bring your hands to your heart, and you're gonna cross right elbow over your left knee. Keep sinking your hips down towards the floor while trying to lift your chest away from your thigh. Engage a little through your abdominals, and looking down to the mat, bring your fingertips to the floor, and we're coming to our seated twist. So you're gonna slide your right knee behind your left foot so that your left foot is crossing over that thigh. Hug onto your right leg, bring your left hand back behind you and open up through your chest. Straighten your spine a little bit more, really lifting out of the lower back. And let's release, facing forward. Legs go out in front of you just like before. Reach your arms out and start to curl, engaging some abdominal strength, really great for the health of your low back. Take your time. And coming down, bring your knees in towards your belly. And giving it a squeeze, rocking a little side to side. And maybe coming into your happy baby pose. Soles of the feet lifting up. And let's release, feet flat to the floor, coming back into our bridge pose. Keep your knees bent, push into your heels, squeeze the glutes, lift up. And this time, lean on your left leg and reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. So not keeping the legs parallel, instead straightening up. And right foot comes down, switch sides, left leg rises. Bend the left knee. Lower all the way down, and rather than going into down dog, widen your feet and let your knees fall in towards one another. Hands can rest on your belly. Feeling the effects of your sequence on your hips, on your low back, and connecting back to your intention with the affirmation, I deserve to be loved and respected. And bringing the knees back up, just let them drop side to side, a little windshield wiper motion. And turn to one side, use your arms to push into the floor, come up and take a seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Close your eyes and join your hands at your heart. Closing with a breath together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. Bowing forward, namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for doing this 10-minute morning yoga practice for hips and lower back. I hope you enjoyed it. You can leave me a comment, maybe use the hashtag good morning so I know you're part of the morning yoga movement, and hopefully I'll practice again with you tomorrow morning. You are not done yet. I would love for you to click on this video right here to do a 5-minute guided affirmation meditation. Also, click the link down below right here in order to be notified of every new video that I release, part of this morning yoga movement. Thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow.